She's a program host on the Russian radio network, master of ceremonies of the event at Carnegie Hall, woohoo, at the Lincoln Center, including the awards in the New York City area. Wow. Lifetime TV miniseries. Lifetime. Miss Kathleen Williams, I got to say that again. Jackie Black, listen to this. Lifetime TV miniseries, Russian Dolls, performance off Broadway. Wow. She's also was a graduate from New York University from Stern Business School. Wow. And she started 11 years ago in ACN and hit RVP in 3 years in the ACN. And she's trained on stage, and I love when she trains. And I tell you what, she had stage 4 cancer and she beat it. My goodness. She beat it, y'all. So what I mean, that just shows tenacity. So without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to none other than Miss Renata Krumer. Come on, Regional Vice President Flight. Come on, everybody. Give it up. Give it up.
Thank you so much. I am super. I'm so excited. Yes, your shirt is here, Al Thomas.
I see it. You got it.
This is my favorite from now on. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome, dear.
You. And a few days ago, and I see that I think I was looking at my Instagram and I saw your message, ABC, always. I thought your middle name. I'm sure it's a good one, but I would add to it, the other portion should be a progress. Because I don't think I know many people who's constantly growing, and progress is important. And progress is important, and that is yours. So next to Al Thomas, progress should be somewhere written, because you're growing every day. And I think every single person online, we feel so honored to follow you, to follow a leader of this caliber. And I have to tell you guys, convention, most of us traveling like tomorrow or after tomorrow convention. And I understand that many people, this is an event. And would you say that it's out of your comfort zone? Absolutely, yes, most of the time. Guys, I have to tell you, well, considering that our incredible Senior Vice President, Dr. Al Thomas, he mentioned that I had some problem with my health. Do you know that 4 years ago, I was looking for a doctor. When they did say, hey, Renata, this is stage 4, goodbye. Goodbye. Guys, I love life so much. What do you mean goodbye? I went to a few doctors right here in America, no doctors. They said it could not be treated. Somebody recommended me Nicaragua trips. Why do you think I want to talk about it? Nicaragua trips. Do you know where's Nicaragua? I thought at first that it's Africa. No, it's here. It's not that far. But it's a third world country. What do you think we did, my husband and I? Next day, we were in Nicaragua. I'm gonna believe that it's a small group of people. We will consider that this is our tribe, right? This is our tribe. Guys, the first visit, the doctor in Nicaragua sent $20,000 today. And when you come back next day, have money with you, and at the airport, you're gonna give me money. Guys, everything looked like a scam. You think ACN scam? That's the whole thing. Sounded like a scam. But I knew that this trip to Nicaragua will change my life. Of course, it's dramatic. You would say, Renata, that has something to do with your health. But do you know how many people, even later on, when they said that they're dealing with their health problem, and I said, how about trip to Nicaragua? They said, how about no? First of all, it's far. Second of all, it's no guarantee. Third of all, there is no such a good doctor, could be a good doctor in Nicaragua because this is a third world country. Third of all, no guarantee, guys. Like in Asia, no guarantee. But that's how I treat every single trip with ACN. Of course, it's not thank God your life for that. We got it. But do you know that it can change your life? And you don't need to send $20,000 today and be in Dallas tomorrow. You just go there and you know that this trip can change your life. Is it big? It was so big for me. But I know I know that if I would have never ever decided to travel, made a decision on a spot, this day you would have another brilliant speakers, but definitely not me. And I know how important it is. And I mentioned progress when I was talking about our phenomenal leader, Al Thomas. And I have to tell you, he is moving, we are moving. And also, every time when you want to make it like step forward, I want you to think and imagine. Do you see I have a lot of greens right here? That's, for me, greens is life. Do you know right before ACN, I can compare myself with a leaf. Look at this leaf. Can you see the leaves? Like a beautiful, adorable, vulnerable leaf on a tree. Do you know at some point I made a decision? I decide, stop to look like these leaves. Is it bad to look at it? No. But when you think about leaves, do you know that life of any leaves dictated by weather? Do you know by seasons? Somebody else dictate this life. Look how beautiful they are. Why they're beautiful? I take care of them. But their life dictated by so many things. And I made a decision to be a tree. I made a decision to become a strong rooted tree. Tree that can withhold any winds, any weather. Guys, this is so good. Do you know that one trip, one ACN convention would help you to make a decision? Yes, I'm wonderful. Yes, but still, weather and climate and everything else, and every bosses. Nothing against bosses, guys. If you have good boss, keep them. They're good. But do you understand that somebody else dictates what happens to you? I want you to feel like strong rooted tree. Do you know, if I would have not felt this way, would have never ever traveled to Nicaragua and trust the process. I thought, hey, God loves me. Nicaragua. Nobody gonna hurt me there. It's gonna be good. Thank God for my husband. He said, are you sure you wanna go? I said, yes, let's go. Guys, it was so much uncertainty going there. You think you're gonna be robbed, you think what are they gonna put into you? But trusting the process is so important. And I'm so glad that I have to tell you, after I went there 8 times, eight. And I have to be honest with you, if not ACN, I would not be able to go there 8 times. Every time was expensive. And 8 times I brought with me many people. Many. Where is my beautiful many leader? Many people. Many people. All people had the cancer. Nobody went there because they sneezing or because they coughing. Everybody had a problem, but they went with me. So if you have one leader you're following, at least one need to say, hey, let's go. Then people feel, you know what? Let's go. She feel convincing. She feel like at least one. So if you look at your team and everybody kind of, they're adorable, but they don't move anywhere, you are the one who needs to move. You go and then you bring everybody else. But I have to tell you, I do believe that if you do something right, it's definitely would be rewarded in my life, because not as a business, but just to help more people, considering that I took so many people with me to Nicaragua. Thank God my husband was able to find something in America. I don't need to travel to Nicaragua anymore. But guys, it was the time when the only way to live for me to travel there. One other thing I want to tell you, if you want something, I thought about it. I thought this morning, of course, I want to be convincing. Of course, I'm like so grateful for the opportunity to be a force for good for each of you. I'm looking at you. Some of you I met, some of you I know, some of you just new people, and you're looking at me and what, this Russian lady with her Russian accent? Guys, I have so much love and respect for you. You're building, you want something. And you know, in ACN, if you decided just that you're going to be working on yourself, how would you look, your body, your vocabulary, nothing going to be achieved, even though it's beautiful to have body and vocabulary. Here, you must work on helping someone else. I know that it's very clear. And talking about, if you have a desire to do something, for a moment, please go ahead and do at least something. At least small step must be taken, at least small. I thought about it and remember the story. You know, I loved my dad so much. Like my papa was my hero. And before that, I had a radio program. Before he passed away, I had a radio program with my husband. And every time when I was, um, they announced me, they would say my father's last name, which was Rubinov. At that time, when they announced my program, they said Renata Rubinov. That was my maiden name, my dead name. My father was always so proud waiting for this radio program. When he passed away, that was my kind of rebellious way that he's not around. I decided to close this program. Papa is not going to be excited when they said Renata Rubinov, and okay, doesn't matter. I stopped the program. Then once I got a call to host, to translate for one famous Russian musician at Carnegie Hall. No, forgive me, it was Lincoln Center, and I went there to translate, and I was translated, and I was translating, and I thought about, and I look at the people in the audience, and I thought, why am I that not doing anything? I feel there is so much to offer. Okay, I called the radio and I said, okay, Renata Rubinova is back. And they like, yeah, we have so many people willing to spend money at your program. Of course, let's go, let's go. I was excited. I got home. I told my husband, baby, I'm coming back to the radio. He said, what kind of program you want to have? I said, I decided to have program between us ladies. And he said, and who gonna be in charge of this monitor? Because my program was always interactive. Somebody can say something, you need to respond right away. I said, me. My husband said, babe, do you understand? You cannot do it. It's 1 hour. Somebody asking me question. Here you want to bring a few girls with you. I don't think it's possible. I look at him. That's my man. I trust him. I called the radio and I said, guys, I know I said I want a program. No more program. I don't want to have program. I'm okay. I'm sitting home. They like, Renata, come on. We already said, guys, no program. No more program. One of my friends, he passed away already. He was so dear to my heart. His name was Ivan Alexandrovich Minzhiritsky. Russian people knew who he was. You do not know, but just know that very talented, amazing man in my life. He called me and me say, how are you, Renata? So your program started. So I said, no. He said, what do you mean no? I said to him, you know, my Boris is right. I won't be able to, for 1 hour to answer 1,000 people question and be polite and be flexible. He said, you must be kidding, Renata. This is such a big mistake. I said, what a big mistake. It's okay. Radio is phenomenal without Renata. He said, listen to me, girl. He was older than me. He called me Detka in Russian, like baby. He said, listen to me, in life, it is so good when you want something. Act on it immediately. He said to me, you need to trust me, Renata. There is a time in life when you don't want anything. And he said to me that he was very close to this period when he really nothing excited him. He said, I spoke to you a few days ago. You were super excited about the program. And now your fear stole it from you. Are you kidding? I said, you know what? Okay. I called the radio again and I said, this is Renata Rubinova. I am in for the program. Guys, can I tell you how long this program was part of my life? For 3 years. Do you know that at that time, I had, honestly, it's not modest, forgive me, but that was one of the most popular program on Russian station. Why? Because when you're real, people feel it. Yes, I want to look good. Yes, I want my lipstick on, but you feel if I'm real or not, right? You know that nothing fake about it. Just want to tell you that this man, the incredible man, that's what he said. I want to tell about each of you. If you eager, like, I want to do it, please do it. Please do it. And I hope that time when you decided that I don't want to do anything, either never gonna enter your life or it's gonna enter your life in your late 90s. How do you like that? I want you to live long life. This way, no regrets. Do you know? And sometimes the people who love you the most, they're the one who stop you. Why do they stop you? Because they bet? No. Because they want to protect you. Do you know that? Sometimes they want to protect your reputation. Sometimes they want to protect your energy. They said, hey, it's going to be so much, you put so much energy that you don't need it. So there is so many things they want to protect. Or if I would say to my parents at that time when it happened to me, both of them already passed away. But if I would have let them know that I'm going to Nicaragua, both of them would say, no. Because you do not know who you're going to see there. You do not know what are they going to put in your vein. Guys, first, trust the process. If you hear, and you hear, all of us here, because of this great man, Al Thomas, 4 years ago, made a decision. If Zoom is available, watch me. I start the program and I'm never going to be done with it. Do you know what I'm going to do with it? Because he knows he's a lion. He knows there is so much he can offer. How he can offer? Calling to each of us? No. He said, Zoom is available. Zoom has my last name. Al Thomas, let's go. Look, that's why 4 years later, each of us here, and we are listening, and you know, we're listening, we are learning. I have to tell you, a few people online here, the one who's doing this program, the one who's the part of this incredible, legendary program with Al Thomas. Guys, I'm looking at you and I have to tell you, thank you so much to each of you. I am learning from every single person. You're brilliant. I know that. Let's say he has an exquisite taste. Somehow, Al Thomas choose best of the best. So whoever he choose at this program, I'm learning from you. I'm so grateful. For me, 12 p.m. every day. This is my class. This is my university. I'm like, okay, 12 noon, my classes. I know there is so much to learn. And I have to be also honest with you. If one of us sometimes cannot make it, then the king it himself, he said, okay, kids are playing. And when he's the one who's doing this 30 minutes, guys, we're so blessed. It's like school principal now, like everybody's here, yeah, nobody's available. Let me start. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. I thought I want to say story. Not often that I share a lot of stories, and the main reason I'm very sentimental. I'm thinking when I'm sharing the story, I bring in so much details, and of course I need to translate them in my head from Russian to English, and something might be lost in translation, guys. But I do believe that you got the message. First message, please make a decision. These lips, any of you can feel there's a lip. Is it bad? No, they're gorgeous, but they're super vulnerable. So let's don't allow anybody in the world to dictate our life. Is it true? Nobody. Progress is the name. There is something I also want to tell you that you're going. I want you to know that you're not just in charge of your destiny. If you decided to travel, there is a chain of destiny. Chain of destinies. Yes, I love that Al Thomas mentioned Manny Peralta and Janice Mason. They're amazing leaders in our team. Do you know that besides both of them going to the convention, they bring in the biggest team? And do you think I'm happy? I'm so happy. Besides that, I see this beautiful couple every single morning at my morning ritual. They're running. And when you see they're running, it's important. And I see some people from my Matrix tribe. Do you know how grateful I am? When you look at Boris and I, do you know, ACN just recently chose us to go with them to Turk and Caicos. I never been there. I remember before I thought, why do you need to have such a complicated name? For me, it was difficult even to learn it. But the fact that we are going again, nothing special about Boris and I. We are loyal to ACN. By the way, it's 12 years. On March 31st, it is 12 years since we made decision. Can I be not modest and say I made decision? So if any of you excited about ACN and your significant other not crazy about it, please, at least one of you must start running. That was my case. Do you know, if you look at my husband and I, he's smarter than me. He's like finance guy, very like analytical. I'm a girl, very passionate case, you can tell, who listen her intuition closely. And when I look at the first presentation, I look at it and I thought I love it. What do you think I loved? I did not understand half of it. More, okay, 75% I did not understand. What do you think I loved? I loved Mike Mazer, who was doing presentation, because he looks good. It's easy to like him. It was in Queens. And I love people who did testimonials. I look at them. And at that time, he probably had 20 people. I look at every single one and I said, this is good and this is wonderful and this is perfect. I can be as good as him, as good as him. Thank God they bring simple people like me. So I look at them and I said, why Renata can't? I thought, Renata, you learn English at 25, did not even know how to say my name is Renata. You cannot learn this? You can learn this. Is it going to be difficult? Yes, it's out of my comfort zone. But can I learn it? Of course. Guys, there and then I make a decision. Again, my incredible husband said, baby, what are you, crazy? At that time, they were giving applications, remember? So they give applications to everybody. I grabbed my application and I started right, Renata Krumer, and my social security number. My husband, like being a very smart man, finance guy, he said, what are we gonna, why do you put your social security? I said, because I started ACN journey. He said, absolutely not. Later, we realized that we in an incredible man, Byron Nelson team, we're not even a part of this team, because when I approached him, he said, who invited you? I said, Terry Aviera. She's a part of this call. I love this lady. And he said, who is Terry? I said, we go to yoga classes together. And only later they realized that even though the first time about ACN I've heard from them, I'm not a part of that team. We are great friends, but we are not a part of the team. And Boris said, baby, you cannot fill out the information. You do not know anything. And Terry was sitting next to me on this side because she invited me. And I look at my husband, you know, he's in charge of course our household. I said, okay, darling. I stopped filling out. And Terry, right here, I said, tomorrow. Because I thought, no drama. My Boris is in charge. But why do you think I said tomorrow? That was my birthday, March 31st. I think that every day is your day. But I thought on my birthday, God is right here. He's like, Renata, are you in? Can you hear me? And so this day, my birthday, we were driving home. My Boris said at that time it cost $500. He said, baby, it's tough time. Our 3 kids in colleges right now. What $500 for something you do not even understand? Why $500 just to give away? I said, you know what? I remember one phrase. He said, what phrase? I said, if you help more people, you're going to make more money. I said, do you understand my nature? I help people anyway. But now, at that time, I turned 48. I said, at 48, that would be the 41st time in my life that my desire to help people would be in direct proportion to my money. I said, this is the first time. That's a gift. I love to help them. And working as a hotel manager, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are in the hospitality industry. You are as good as revenue of this month. 100%. That's what they said. You are as good as revenue of this month. And you could be phenomenal yesterday. That's such a different thing in ACN. And I said, baby, this is it. I'm gonna be helping. So I said, and you know what? You serve more people, you're gonna make more money. You want more, you serve more. Because that's all I understood from this incredible presentation. You want more, you serve more. I got excited. Boris was like, obviously knew that this is another thing that his passionate poetry, loving Renata make decision. But I was super passionate about it. I said, babe, do you know how many women for their birthday, they want a purse or they want a tchotchkes? I want ACN. This is so important to me. I promise to make it there. I promise. Him being a very smart man, You know, the first months I was able to receive bonus of $1,200. One, I have it. Do you know that I have a copy of this bonus? I did not bring it here. It's in the kitchen. But guys, do you know that this check saved me? Because in 1 month, I show Boris, this is the check, $1,200. Yes, I spent 500, but 12 $1,200 was received. And he said, you know what? They might not be that bad, but he said that month you worked so hard. I said, I work hard because I love it, and I work hard because I want to prove that they're real, that that they can send you money. Right now, it's much better, easier for each of you. Right now, you don't need to wait a month to receive something. At that time, they did not have like you can receive $200 or $400 or $500. At that time, it was like that. Either you accomplish what they ask you to do, and then you receive the full amount, or you receive zero. Right? I know that my incredible friend and mentor Al Thomas, he remembered that time. True? Either you achieve, and at that time when I started, you know what needed to be achieved for me to receive $1,200? I needed to have 30 personal points. Look at me, guys. 30 personal points. 30, 30. I needed to have 3 people who's qualified. At that time, qualification was 7 services. Guys, 7. No, 7 points. No, I believe 7.5 services. No, it was number 7, I remember. 7. What I did, it was not difficult for me to find 3 people who was eager to go with me somewhere. They did not even know where. But do you know that for every single person in my team, altogether, it was 50, I believe 51 points. Who do you think did 51 points? Me. Because I did not know how to explain to them that they need to qualify, because this is people who were very close to me. Some of them were not even, to be honest, in need of money that much. They said, Renata, it's important to you. Let's go, baby. What do you need? $500. This is $500. We're part of you. And I'm thinking, how can I call right now and say 7 points or 7 services? And at that time, energy bill was only 1 point. Guys, not so like now, 1. So basically what I did, you know how many people I needed to have this $1,200? 50 people, guys, 50. That how many people? No, but it was not. I'm exaggerating. At that time was a guess in New York. So 25 people, because I was taking gas and energy. Gas and energy. I was telling them, could you please fax it to me? At that time, I was a hotel manager. Just fax this bill. Just fax it to me, and I'm gonna call. And guys, it was. I think I worked the hardest that month. I always work. But do you understand? For me to explain to Boris that they pay, if I would have had not 30 personal points, but 29, I would not get paid. Only one, $1,200 would be gone. If I would not qualify at least 1 person out of 3, I wouldn't receive a penny. So what I did a few more on every end to make sure, like a few, not 7 points for people, not 7 services, but 8 in case if something happened. Not 30 for me, but 34 for me. In case if something happened, I cannot lose a check. The fact that I'm telling you, not as a victim, I love that I was putting in this condition like so much stress, because then ACN is fun. And now, guys, first of all, to start $299. Guys, would you agree it's a big difference between 500 and somebody here $299? Plus, there is so many variation right now to receive bonus. 200, you want to receive 400, you want to receive 450, you want to receive any configuration works. At that time not. So I want to tell you that thank you so much for giving me time. Incredible Dr. Senior Vice President Al Thomas, I love you, because every time that I know I would have a chance to speak to this beautiful group of people, when I wake up, guys, do you remember when you were little? You waking up and you excited? That's Renata every morning of my program. I want to tell you thank you. So I want to say thank you to Jabri Clemens. I love this man. He's a hero. And I want to tell thank you to everybody who's a hero on this program. And now you're part of this event. Thank you so much. And of course, every single person in my team. And guys, this is the tribes together. Our Thomas and our Matrix. Thank you. All the best to you. I'm so grateful. Back to you.